Hey everybody, Tech Bishop here. I thought I'd bring another video to you today about the new drivers and what to expect once you get on the road. And the main thing that, or one of the things that really bugs me about this industry now is being ruled and supervised and managed by people that don't have a clue about what you do, but they're passing rules, regulations down from either your employer or the federal government that they just, you know, something they think is right and they just put it on you, and then you're required to do your job and get these loads loaded and delivered safely and on time in spite of the nonsense and buffoonery that these people put on you. For a couple examples, the FMCSA is doing a study now finally on the rule that they passed for the 34-hour restart that was suspended in the DVIRs. Now they're going to do a study, and they're forming a committee, and I heard a couple of them on the radio the other day talking about that they were in the committee, and some of the drivers had called in and asked them what kind of experience that they have driving, and nobody on this committee so far has ever driven a truck. I've never taken a class, nothing, no training whatsoever in 18-wheelers. The only thing they know about 18-wheelers, you know, they're in the way or they're behind me too close. It's basically all the experience they've had with tractor trailers. And they said, they went further to explain that they can't get truck drivers on the panel because they have to meet 2 to 4 times a month for 6 months to iron these rules out, and truck drivers just can't make it, so they're just out of the, you know, out of the loop. So they're going to handle it for us. So be prepared for some wonderful rule making soon, before September next year anyway. And then, like where you work, I have rules passed down to me and guidelines, and I have to follow them to the T, and these people do not have a clue about what I do. I had our HR representative one day was behind me. I left the plant, and he called my supervisor and said that he was running 62 miles an hour, and he couldn't catch me. And you know, he was just having a conniption fit because I was speeding like I was. Well, we have these speed gauge monitors on our truck, so you can pull it up anytime you want to and see how fast I was going. And the supervisor checked it while he was on the phone. He said he's only going 57. But somehow this HR representative was behind me going 62 and couldn't catch me. So, see, stuff like that, you have to deal with that all the time. And another example, next week, so many other drivers have already been evaluated. We have a management trainee that's come in, and he's going to different departments training to be in management. He'll be assessing and I've already done a few other drivers, evaluate how they drive. You know, are we doing everything we should do when we're driving? How do we pre-trip a truck? Are we doing that properly? Are we blowing the horn when we back up? Are we checking our mirrors, adjusting mirrors? You know, it's just this big list. I mean, how did this guy become the checker when he just barely has a job? He's a trainee. He's never driven a truck. If I parked the truck on his paycheck, he'd starve to death because he couldn't get it off of his check. You know what I mean? And just keep this in mind and let it go. You know, just because you're going to be a professional driver, and one thing that you want to learn to do really quick is to do your job in spite of all these rules and regulations and general, as I call it, just buffoonery. But you'll do it. But just be ready for it. I just thought I'd warn you, and hope you guys are enjoying these videos. I'll do another one, and maybe I might do it tomorrow, you know. But I hope you're enjoying them. If you are, hit the thumbs up button and let me know. So, Tech Bishop signing out.
What are you going to be when you grow up?
I'm going to be a truck driver and drive all over the country and go wherever I want to.
That's a big game for.
Keep on trucking. There's if I would ever want to stop trucking.
One of the greatest inventions of all time is the trailer truck, largely responsible for the rise of modern civilization.